Hello, Leo. Welcome. This is a general reading for the week of August 5th, the weekly reading for all Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So the messages are for whoever needs to hear them. So take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in this story. So what messages do universe do we have for our Leos for this week? Ooh, the cards are really spitting out. So something is coming to an end. What's going on with our Leos for the week of August 5th here? Universe messages for the greatest and highest good. I think some of you are not going to feel guilty about what you're doing. Just some messages that I'm getting in. I think you're really listening to your inner voice, which is really great. Getting out of your head. Because I think you're knowing that, your inner voice is not fooling you. Yeah, I really feel that a lot of you Leos are truly tuning in. Yeah. I think some of you have recently, I think there's been quite a bit of fighting with you and another person, and I think that's slowly starting to come to an end. I almost sense that somebody was acting very immature in this relationship. I think there's been a lot. I think there's been a lot that you've been wanting to do, and you haven't made any moves. And you haven't made any moves because I think right now it's more comfortable to just stay put. Like right now, why change and go in another direction if everything is really good right now? But I feel like with some of you Leos, there was an incident where I feel like there was some fighting, and I feel like somebody was being immature. I mean, I keep getting that. It's like, there was somebody who, I want to say you were fighting, you were hitting below the belt. Trying to be in control. So much so that, yeah, you were hitting below the belt. So now I think because as a result of that, everything got put into motion. And there's this want to have something new, and it's like you're not doing it because it's just easier to just, stay where you are. Like I get like the toaster's not broken, so why should I go get a new toaster type of thing. But I feel like that's got to change. That kind of thought process is like, because it's keeping you in a box. And, you're Leo. I can't believe a Leo's in a box. So I think you have to start looking at that and saying, wow, maybe I'm not looking at things as clear as they should. Maybe I am being a little irrational. Maybe I should, go back and see whether or not we can turn things around. It's going to take some courage. I mean, this is something from the past, something that you've held really, really tight. You've held on to something very, very tight. And I feel like it's got to come to an end. Something's changing. There's definitely a big change on the horizon. We have 5 here with this card of change. We have the Outsider is also another card of change. But it's like you can't get out of your box, Leo. Why can't you get out of your box? You're feeling so trapped. It's like you want things to move. So you get this sense of complacency. And it's almost like you have sought counsel elsewhere, because you're trying to figure out, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? If I put an end to it, am I going to feel bad? Am I going to feel guilty? So I think a lot of you are really doing a lot of introspection this week, because there's something about to change. And it's one of these things, like, Leo, sometimes life gets so out of control and it's necessary. It's like, because I think if you try to control things, that's where you get hung up. You know, you might have ideas, but the universe has other ideas. So I almost feel like you go and you seek counsel with someone, and they tell you of all these different possibilities, or, you know, they start to give you examples or whatever. And you go back and I think you really sit with them. I think you start to see, you know, what is really going on here? You know, why am I not going places? Why am I not traveling? Why am I still stuck here? It's like you put this wall around yourself because it protects you, and you think nothing's going to penetrate it, but it's something actually did come through. And I think it's an internal, like, volcanic kind of response to you feeling very trapped in a relationship that doesn't serve you, because you don't fit in your box, Leo. I hope you understand that. It's like your box is, you know, you need a bigger box. Or maybe you just don't need a box. Yeah. See, somebody's pretending things are better than what they are. Like I say, I think when you have a fight with this person, I think it goes on a very immature, below the belt kind of fighting. And that's not who you really are. I feel like I think that's a response to a situation, and that's how you're handling it. Because you're trying to keep peace and harmony in a house before that. Because I think you can feel that something's about to give. Something's about to change in the home. And this is your season, so happy birthday, Leos. Yeah, a rebirth. I think some of you Leos have just been going along because it's comfortable. I mean, you've got everything you need, you know, except happiness. There's the happiness is what you're after. You know, and like I say, it's like these fights that come up, hitting below the belt, there's a bigger deep-seated issue going on here. And it's because you feel a little trapped. And yet you're pretending it's all good. And you're staying quiet. But I feel like on another level, there's a part of you that's trying to say, how do I get rid of it? How do I let go of this? Because I'm feeling really heavy, really weighted down. And something's going to change. I see that here. It's going to change. Maybe this relationship, you need to make a decision. And it's just a matter of time before it does blow. So again, why are you in this relationship? You know, is it because it's convenient? You know, it works, but yet it doesn't work. It's like we get along, so why not go with the flow? But I just feel like whoever you're with right now, Leo, they don't complete you. And I think you know that. And I think that's why this change is coming up. And that's why when you two fight, you know, you end up hitting below the belt. Yeah, see, I feel like you want to be single. I think you want to be single and you want things all on your term. It's going to take a lot of courage what you do, but I think you have the power to make the change that you want to see happen. I do, because you have a dream. You have a dream, and you can't pretend that, I mean, something has to change so that you can have this dream. Whatever it is, it's going to take a lot of courage, and I see you're going to have to stand very strong, very confident, and you can, and you will. I see a lot of power for you, a lot of power this week, and I see a lot of success. All right, so don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty for what you need to do so that you can break free. I mean, this is divine intervention. This is all happening because it's supposed to happen. So embrace the change, Leo. Embrace the change, all right? So I think that's all I've got for you. I think, yeah, Creator, this is divine intervention coming in to break you free of a situation where I feel like you've just gotten very complacent with the relationship, but it's not your happy place, you know? So I think Creator is stepping in and saying, look, you got to get out of this trapped stuck place you're in. Get up, quit being lazy, you know, because you're going to end up very alone. So it's like if you see that there's no hope and no future down the road, maybe you're not a married couple, maybe you just live together, your boyfriend, girlfriend. But if you don't see a future with this person, maybe you need to have the courage to make a change. You know, and I think Creator's going to make that happen. Spirit's walking in. Yep. So yeah, there's some really great stuff on the horizon. Really great stuff. So I think you have to surrender and take the risk. Take the risk. All right, because it'll free you up. I mean, it's tiring to be in a relationship where you're just not happy. I mean, it just wears you out. And I think that's where you're at, Leo. So that's what I have for you for this August 5th week. So until the next reading, Leo, blessed be. Okay? Get out of this dark place. The world is waiting for you to be a Leo. All right, that's what I have for you, Leo. Until the next reading, blessed be. Bye now.